Welcome back. We were just talking about the weather, and of course it's been kind of, you said stagnant, that was the word you used, but lots of the same for the last week or so. But you're saying there might be a little bit of a change. Oh, just in time for Thanksgiving travel.
You know, it's one of those ones where I'm starting to do exactly what I always say to not do and look at long-range forecast models in anticipation of Thanksgiving travel and, if I'm honest, mountain snow for skiing.
It's a big weekend for ski resorts, right? They usually try to open Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, you know, and I was chatting, I was up skiing last weekend, chatting with everybody going, hey, so what do we got going on? And they were all asking me if it's going to snow more, and I just kept skirting the subject because it really wasn't. We didn't have any in the forecast. And they're all going, we need the snow in order to stay open. And it does look like it arrives, and it arrives before we get to Thanksgiving, but in the next few days, we're kind of in that stagnant weather pattern before a dry cold front sweeps the region on Thursday. We have some air quality concerns. That's basically in the Silver Valley and down into parts of Benewah County, where with this stagnant air pattern and our ridge of high pressure overhead, everything sinks down and no wind moves it. So all the smoke from those wood-burning stoves just stays there. We're seeing air quality down in that moderate or unhealthy for sensitive groups range. Some places even kind of getting close to unhealthy depending on where you are. And that's all thanks to our overall weather pattern that doesn't change much the next couple of days. In fact, we get a little bit of a front trying to sweep the region that really cools us down heading into Friday morning, but that seems to be about the extent of it. All in all, it is an overall weather pattern that doesn't favor much of a change. Notice storm still out to our west. Front sweeps the entire region, but doesn't really do much because it's battling the ridge of high pressure. We're going to see a little wind and a little high elevation snow, but not really enough to call it a pow day, is how I'm looking at Thursday. Eventually this weekend it clears out and we're talking, well, more cold, dry weather. But next week when that jet stream breaks down, Monday, Tuesday is kind of when we open the door. Once the door is open, those storms kind of set up repeatedly. Long-range forecast models, don't look at them, don't put any faith in them. I always say that, but man, do I want some mountain snow. And man, am I trying to make sure my family gets here okay when they come, and I'm hosting Thanksgiving and I have no idea what I'm doing. But as we get into next week, it's already looking slightly warmer and slightly wetter. What that means is that these cold, dry, foggy days, well, they might be done for now. But in order to get to that, they might be done. We got to put in another 7 whole days of more of the same. Daytime highs in the mid-30s, overnight lows down near 20, but Friday morning, is Friday morning cold.